Welcome, everyone, and also happy St. Patrick's Day. I would like to call the Bay County Board of Commissioners meeting on Tuesday, March 17, 2026 at 4:00 p.m. to order. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Nemec. Here. Bigick.
Here.
Beeson.
Here.
Rupp. Dockett.
Here.
Crete.
Here.
Benajak.
Here. Thank you. Please rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Lord, we ask that you bless this session of the Board of Commissioners this day and that you lead and guide this board in the decisions made so that all citizens in this community will benefit. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion on the minutes of 2/17/2026.
Move to approve. Support.
Is there any discussion, corrections? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Have a motion to add to the agenda a certified copy of the land bank appointment from the Office of the City of Bay City Clerk as the first item under Petitions and Communications to be received. Move that resolution.
Support.
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
And then I have a motion to add resolution for the Military Order of the Purple Heart Convention 2026 Veteran Conventions Appropriation as the last item under Reports, Resolution of Committees, Board of Commissioners. Move that resolution.
Support.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Move to approve the agenda with amendments.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries. At this time is for citizens' input. Is there anyone wishing to address this committee? Please come forward.
Yes, thank you. Christopher Gerard, 100 Braddock Street in Bay City. Good afternoon, Commissioners. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you again this afternoon regarding the appointment to the Arenac Behavioral Board of Health. I shared a few thoughts at the Committee of the Whole meeting last week and simply wanted to reiterate my interest in continuing to serve in this role. Behavioral health services affect some of the most vulnerable residents in our community and require steady collaboration between local governments, providers, and community organizations. Over the past several years, I've worked to help maintain those relationships and represent Bay County residents in a way that keeps the focus on service and stability. In roles like this, continuity and experience help maintain the partnerships the behavioral health systems depend on. That kind of continuity also helps maintain public trust in institutions that serve our community. During my time on the board, I've also had the opportunity in serving in leadership roles, including previously as board secretary and currently as treasurer, and as chair of both the program and nominating committee. In my role as mayor of Bay City, I see how important regional collaboration and cooperation is when it comes to mental health services and support for families across our community. This issue is also personal to me. Mental health challenges affect many families, including my own. And part of my work in the community has been encouraging open conversations about mental health through my Healthy Minds, Healthy Bodies initiative. My hope is simply to continue contributing to this work and to help maintain the continuity and relationships that are important for residents and families who depend on behavioral health services across our community. I would be honored to continue serving in this role, and I want to thank you all for the work you do on behalf of Bay County residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Is there anyone else wishing to address the commission? Yes, please.
I'm a little shorter than the mayor, so I gotta pull this down. Hi, my name is Chris Howlbeck, 1413 Garfield here in Bay City. I don't have prepared words, but I just wanted to come out and talk about Kenzie Colton. As far as I know, she's the only person that has any mental health experience or education that's applying for the board. I know she's compassionate, she's organized, she's one of the smartest people I've met, and I know she has the community support, and I just wanted to put a voice out there for her. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the commission? Going once, going twice. Public input is closed at this time. Petitions and communications. A, certified copy of the land bank appointment for the office of the City of Bay City Clerk.
Move to receive. Support.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, seeing none, motion carries. And B, presentation, Great Lakes Recovery Apartments. Lori Ziolkowski. Lori?
Hello, thank you so much for allowing me some time. I am Lori McGivern Ziolkowski, so happy St. Patrick's Day. All of us are Irish today. I'm here to share with you some information about a proposed apartment complex that we are looking to build in Bangor Township that is specifically for people choosing to live in an atmosphere where there are no drugs or alcohol. And I want to share with you the impact that that could have on our community. I'm representing Michigan Health Improvement Alliance, MHIA, which is the nonprofit partner, along with Mitch and Joe Carangella, who are the developers from Chicago, and they are the ones who built Andy's Place in Jackson, Michigan, which has been there for 5 years. It's a similar type of a complex, and they specialize in building veterans housing and other types of housing for people who are typically underserved. We also are represented by the Michigan Association of Treatment Court Professionals, which are all the recovery judges in the state of Michigan, including our recovery judges here in Bay County, and also SENER, who will be providing the tax credit sales, and Huntington Bank. So this is a conglomeration of people and organizations who are interested in helping. This is a picture of Andy's Place in Jackson, Michigan. As I mentioned, it's been there for 5 years. It's the model we're using for this proposed site. There would be 39 one-bedroom apartment units and 11 two-bedroom apartment units, so people in recovery could have their children there. There is an on-site resident manager, kind of like an RA if you go to college, who's a peer coach. We will have a part-time case manager who can help people access the services they need. 24/7 security, so you can't just walk in there. That helps keep the residents safe, and it also helps the surrounding community feel safe that this is not going to be a place that concentrates drug use. It's going to be a place that concentrates recovery. Space for community meetings and office space that can be used by local agencies. In the last 5.5 years, Andy's Place has only had a 3% eviction rate of people who were unable or unwilling to maintain their recovery. Signing the lease requires that you will be drug and alcohol free while you live there. And that's a really important component for people, because oftentimes when they get into recovery and they come right back to the same situation they lived in, they can't maintain their recovery. Other things, I toured Andy's Place. It's beautiful. It's better than any apartment I ever lived in at Michigan State. It has an outdoor community garden, a volleyball court, a fire pit, a place where you would want to be. So in order to live there, you can't just apply. You need a referral. Our primary referrals will be the recovery court judges. For people to be in recovery court, it's like getting an associate's degree in recovery. There are many requirements, including regular drug screens, meeting with the judge, meeting with the counselors, getting treatment. So these folks are highly scrutinized and under a lot of guidance. They must be stable in their recovery and working a recovery program. People from Bay County will have priority access, and residents can stay as long as they want. Typically what happens is people move on with their lives. They get stabilized. Andy's Place has had 6 marriages, so of course they want to move out and get their own place, but you're not required to leave. Andy's Place is the safest multifamily apartment complex in 2 counties. We had the opportunity to Zoom with Public Safety Director Darren McIntosh. He spent an hour with all of us, including Sheriff Cunningham and Lieutenant Lataki, to find out what is the safety profile, because that's a concern for all of us. Andy's Place, you can barely read it, is to the left there. In 1 year span, which was right during our meeting time, he just pulled data, there were 35 calls for service between fire and police. The other 8 apartment complexes you can see had between 160 and 559 calls for service. It is by far the safest place in multifamily place in all 2 counties. This is since it's been in the inception in 2021. There's never been a time within a year that they had over 35 calls for service, and most of these are low-level things like welfare checks. There's been a couple skirmishes, as you can imagine. People are all living together, but there's been no serious offenses there. The proposed location site is the Yellow Star. It's right behind the Bay City Mall, adjacent to Country Meadows. And the Red Heart is where my parents' house is. So people often are afraid to put something like this in their backyard. I'm going to show you data that shows that the problem is already in our backyard. This puts the solution in our backyard. I would not, and neither would Judge Gill, put anything in somebody's backyard that would not be safe. This is within walking distance to my parents' house. Why we love this site: it's peaceful, beautiful, if you've ever driven back there. It's already zoned appropriately. It's close to shopping and employment. It's on the Metro bus line. Access to utilities from a building standpoint, that's important. It's the right size, and it also will have access to the health department. This is within walking distance and biking distance to all of those services. 50% of the people who live at Andy's Place have their own vehicle because they got their lives back. This is why it's important to me. My husband Kevin and I have been happily married for 37 and a half years. I don't know how that's possible because I'm 29. I've never been great at math, though. Don't laugh. Too loud. But we have one beautiful daughter. Her name is Amanda, and Amanda struggled with IV heroin use for 4 years. She had a non-fatal heroin overdose when she was 18 after she finished her first year at Delta College. On the February 24th, she just celebrated 10 years in recovery. She's a senior at Wayne State and will be graduating with her social work degree on May 8th, and then she's moving on to her master's degree. I am so incredibly proud of her and everybody who is in recovery because they are literally fighting their own biology. So that's why it matters to me. Here's why it matters to us. Mid-State Health Network is our Medicaid provider for all of these counties, and Bay County has the highest opioid overdose death rate in all of Region 5. And that is probably surprising to some people. Does that surprise you? It surprised me. We definitely have been impacted. We've lost over 500 people in the last 15 years because of drug overdoses, and that information is oftentimes underrepresented. Another statistic that we don't want to be a part of, but we are the drunkest county in all of Michigan at a 24% of adults reporting excessive drinking. Not a thing we want to be a part of, but we know our culture, right? I'm a lifelong Bay County resident. 50 years of that was in Bangor Township. We all graduated from John Glenn. My daughter and I went to Faith Lutheran. I get it. I will also say, I recently heard that we are referred to as the Green Mile because of all the marijuana distribution as well. So that's a new little acronym. So we have drug use here, guys. That's no surprise. So what we're looking to do is provide solutions for people who don't want to participate in that. So the challenge is, as we return people to unstable housing, the solution is safe, supportive housing so they have somewhere to live. This is supported by the American Society of Addiction Medicine, Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Association, the National Association of Recovery Residents, and the Michigan Association of Treatment Court Professionals. If you look all the way to the right, nearly a quarter of the people leaving residential treatment, where they go to residential care, don't have any safe place to come home to in Michigan. The red line is the United States. So we're about twice as deficient on supportive recovery housing for people to come out and live. And that is essential to maintaining recovery. Why it matters to employers. I have an MBA, I have a business background, so this is my heart project, but I also understand the wallet, okay? There's a ton of new service businesses being built in Bangor Township. I think that's fantastic. Chick-fil-A, Wingstop is coming, Bluefin, Mangoes, Tommy's Express. They are going to need workers who can afford to live there. These are mostly service industries. I will say many of these also require a pre-employment drug screen where you can't even test positive for cannabis. Talk to any employer, and that is becoming more difficult to do because a lot of people are indulging in that legal substance. I was just at the Housing Summit in Midland a couple of weeks ago. I stole this slide. Can Bay County workers afford to live here? I want to draw your attention over to the right, and especially the ones in the red. Retail service workers cannot afford to rent nor buy. Food service workers cannot afford to rent nor buy. Healthcare support workers can barely afford to rent and cannot buy. We have people who will be needed to support these businesses that need somewhere to live. In my best estimation, there's going to be 200 to 300 new jobs created by those businesses. We're going to need employees. I was a retail manager for 10 years. Getting reliable employees is very difficult. This just increased the difficulty level. Let's get a little political. On Team Red, we have bipartisan citizen support, Eric Trump, you might know his dad. He visited Andy's place with Tim Wahlberg, who's a U.S. Congressman from Blackman Township, Mike Shirkey's House of Representative for 4 years, Michigan State Senate, and then the Senate Majority Leader. Sarah Leitner, Mike Hurst, which is Andy's dad. Andy's place is named after Andy, who tragically died on the job site of his dad's construction business in an outhouse with a needle in his arm. And Mike Hurst took that pain and created something that would have a sustainable, positive impact on their community. And Pete Janasek, who's the Blackman Township Supervisor. On Team Blue, Governor Gretchen Whitmer was down when we dedicated Andy's place. Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist was there when we did the groundbreaking for Andy's Place 2. They now have an additional 20-unit complex that is fully stocked with women with children. It's been such a great contribution to their community. They built another building. Angela Whitwer, Susan Schink, Kathy Schmaltz, and Elizabeth Hertel, who just dedicated $37.5 million to programs like this. The federal government just dedicated $100 million. So we have a rare opportunity to make not only an impact on people's lives, but a financial impact on our community. We anticipate this is going to cost a little over $20 million, and the way we're going to fund it is MSHDA and SENER tax credits. Mitch and Joe are very confident that they could get MSHDA funding. They do this all the time. We've also requested a little over $5 million from the state. I will tell you that they have lobbyists in Lansing, and it is looking good on their end. We would be requesting about $3 million from our local opioid settlement fund, and from what I understand, we're due to receive about $10 million. That does not have to be in a lump sum. It can be over time. And the important thing about those opioid settlement dollars is they need to have a sustainable impact in our community. So it needs to be something that's going to outlive, this project would outlive me. Bangor Township stands to gain. Right now at that piece of property, they get $3,000 a year, which is $45,000 over 15 years. If we get the pilot approved, which is what we're going to be asking them to do on April the 14th, they have to say yes, that we will allow you to pay a lower tax rate than a for-profit business. We would pay them $382,000 over the course of 15 years, which is a net gain of $337,000 over 15 years. That's especially attractive to them because the cannabis industry is changing. As you may notice, some of those stores along the Green Mile are closing, and the state now has changed the rules and is keeping more of the tax revenue. So they now are seeing less tax revenue from that than expected. So this has a positive economic impact on our community as well. We put shovels in the ground to bury over 500 people in our community over the last 15 years. I want to see us putting shovels in the ground for this project so we can help people be sustainable in their recovery. We are accepting letters of support, so if you or an organization or a group of people would like to submit some of those letters of support, I'm happy to take them. I'm going to have my business cards with me. I'm going to stick around to the end of the meeting, and I'd love to talk with any of you personally. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Lori. Any questions for Lori? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Need a motion?
Move to receive.
Support. All in favor? Aye. Opposing, none, motion carries. C, Bay Arenac Behavioral Health Authority, Bay Area Behavioral Health Nominations Committee Review, eligibility results.
Move to receive.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, D, request for the appointments to Bay Arenac Behavioral Health Authority Board of Directors, 4 3-year terms commencing April 1st, 2026 and expiring on March 31st, 2029.
Move to receive applicants and make appointments.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wait, I had some discussion.
Yes.
I just wanted to comment. I'm really pleased to see that there's so many applications for these positions. It's really a very important board in our community. Behavioral health serves a lot of people. As we just kind of heard here with this presentation, there's a lot of need here. So I'm really happy to see so many people are applying. So, and we have a lot of good people to choose from. So,
Thank you. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner Nemec, did you do the honors? Yes, I also want to say we've got some very good applicants, and of all the committees that we appoint citizens for, this is one of the highly sought after boards to go for. And we're very thankful for the people on this county and city who is applying for these positions. So thank you all. Okay, we're going to be picking one of the first ones here. We got to appoint one. It's Kenzie Colton, Christopher Gerard, or Kathy Nemec. Just one.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes.
Question for you.
Yes.
So the recommendation, is that based on whoever has the highest number of votes, or do they need to get to 4, or is there?
The highest number of votes.
Just the highest number of votes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Commissioner Nemec?
Yes.
Point of order, you have to have 4.
So we have
Minimum
to-
4.
We have to have 4 for recommendation, and then we vote on it, and we have to have 4 again. Do we have to have 4 both times?
4 to win.
No, you're voting for one, to fill one position.
Yes.
For one particular category.
Yeah.
You need at least 4 votes to appoint.
Right.
This has been the recommended position.
Which one are we
So they've
doing
already been
first?
recommended, it's already been received, you need 4 votes to appoint.
Okay, so there's not a second vote that happens to approve the recommendation from this vote.
How many
No.
times would I vote for Christopher?
So they just have to hit 4. Okay, thank you.
If I do this one and this one,
Commissioner Nemec, we're going to start with you.
That'd be separate. Yeah, we're working on the top one right now.
now who would I
Okay.
vote for? You said I can't. Oh, it's Kathy.
Commissioner Begic?
Kathy Nemec.
Beeson?
Kathy Nemec.
Docket?
Christopher Gerard?
Crete?
Kathy Nemec.
He'll still get
Najee.
Christopher, right?
Kathy Nemec.
So we have 1 vote for Christopher Gerard, 5 votes for Kathy Nemec. Okay, now we will go on to the next one. Yep.
Yes.
Cross yourself out, thank you.
So now you are here to pick 3 of the slate here. Okay.
Commissioner Begic?
Tim Bonajek, Jerome Creech, and Stacy Tuggle.
Oh, I got it. You're good. Okay, Commissioner Beeson?
Christopher Gerard, Stacy Tuggle, and Tim Benazak.
Commissioner Docket?
Kenzie Colton, Christopher Gerard, and Ann Weiler. Ann Weiler, please. Thank you.
Commissioner Crete?
Tim Benacek, Christopher Gerard, and Stacy Tuggle.
Commissioner Nemec? And Commissioner Benajek?
Tim Bonanzac, Jerry Crete, and Stacy Tuggle.
Okay. So we have 1 for Kenzie Colton, 3 for Chris Gerard, 2 for Ann Weiler, 5 for Stacy Tuggle, 2 for Jerome Crete, and 5 for Tim Benajak. Okay. So I think what we talked about this first is Tim Benajak and Stacy Tuggle got over 4 votes. So we're going to remove those names and vote again. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going out.
Yes. No, it's not on there again, is it? It's not.
No.
So Kathy,
Just cross the
Just on
name
the
off of
left side.
Stacy and myself, and we'll go from there. Yep, cross those off, yeah.
or just,
Just write it to the line.
yeah, just move it over, like create like a new.
Put it on this side.
Oh, there you go.
I think we're good. Okay, Commissioner Beeson.
Are we,
Vote
this
for
the
one.
last one and 3?
Nope, vote for 1.
Vote for 1. Chris Gerard,
Commissioner Docket,
Chris Gerard?
Commissioner Crete,
Chris Gerard.
Commissioner Nemec, Commissioner Bikic,
that was a 3.
Chris Gerard.
Commissioner Benajak.
Ann Weiler.
Okay,
Ann Weiler.
so we have 4 votes for Chris Gerard, 2 votes for Ann Weiler. So Kathy Nemec was appointed, Tim Benajak was appointed, Chris Gerard was appointed. Match your votes?
And Stacy Tuttle.
Oh, what
Stacy.
did I just say? I'm sorry. Kathy Nemec, Stacy Tuggle,
Tim
and
Benasha.
Chris Gerard. And Tim Benajak. I am sorry. We're there.
Move to appoint?
Support.
Any other discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries. Congratulations, all the appointments. Okay, moving on. E, Melvin McNally, request for reappointment to the Region 7 Area of Aging Advisory Council as Bay County representative.
Move to receive and make appointment?
Support. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, see none, motion carries. F, notice of public hearing from Charter Township of Monitor County of Bay, Michigan, designation to revise downtown district boundaries for the Monitor Township Downtown Development Authority.
Move to receive?
Support. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, seeing none, motion carries. Okay, reports and resolutions of committees. Committee of the Whole, March 3rd, meeting was canceled, so a meeting, Committee of the Whole, March 10th. Commissioner Creed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Under number 1, resolution number 2026-43, Bay County Capital Improvement Bonds, Series 2026. I move this resolution.
Support?
Motion is made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 2, resolution number 2026-44, support of Michigan House Bill 5286, supporting brownfield redevelopment and environmental cleanup programs. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 3, resolution number 2026-45, Axon Enterprises Incorporated, agreement for assistive call taking 2026 to 2031. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor? Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item number 4, resolution 2026-46, Motorola Solution Service Agreement 2026-2027. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item number 5, resolution number 2026-47, travel request to attend Tyler Connect 2026 conference. I move this resolution.
Support?
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item number 6, resolution 2026-48, vendor agreement with TriCap Incorporated. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Under item 7, resolution 2026-49, amendment to contract for forensic pathology services with Dr. Patrick Cho. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 8, resolution number 2026-50, additional EGLE funding for materials management planning. I move this resolution.
Support.
A motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 9, resolution 2026-51, softball field maintenance agreement with Bay Softball Association 2026. I move this resolution.
Support?
A motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 10, resolution 2026-52, release of RFP for onboarding software solution. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? I see none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 11, resolution 2026-53, full-time community center coordinator position. I move this resolution.
Support?
A motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 12, Resolution 2026-54, Revised Personnel Policy 2026. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 13, Resolution Number 2026-55, 2027 Budget Schedule and Calendar. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 14, Resolution Number 2026-56, Approval of Audit F-65 Form with Raymond Robson. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 15, Resolution Number 2026-57, Program Income Funds Transfer from Housing Rehabilitation Loans. I move this resolution.
Support?
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 16, Resolution Number 2026-58, Raymond Robson Change Order 2026. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 17, Resolution Number 2026-59, Payables. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Item 18, Resolution Number 2026-60, Approval to initiate proceedings pursuant to MCL 46-1N to consider removal of Douglas Stone as Bay County Library System trustee. I move this resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Crete. C, Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Begic.
Resolution number 2026-61, reports of the county executive, February 2026. Move that resolution.
Support?
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, see none, motion carries.
Resolution number 2026-62, Military Order of the Purple Heart Convention 2026, Veteran Conventions Appropriations. I move that resolution.
Support.
Motion has been made and supported. Is there any discussion? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? See none, motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Begic.
Okay.
Reports of the county officials. Mr. Barsha.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll just report briefly to the board that construction of our animal shelter and new health department is proceeding expeditiously and on schedule. And also, thank you for the approval on the bond sales for the new community center pool. The current community center pool will begin removal early April, correct, Kristlyn? And they'll be on site. There'll be some issues with the condition of the roads, but it'll be a big job getting that old pool out and prepping the site for the installation of the new community center pool infrastructure that's going to be there. It's going to be more than just a pool, but it's going to be a great site. And I guess that's all, Mr. Chair. It was a great St. Patrick's Day parade. A little chilly, but not too bad, but I saw a lot of you out, and it was a great day in Bay City.
Are you going to do any kind of groundbreaking ceremony or anything like that when you start that construction? You know, just to let people know that it's starting
For the pool?
for the pool?
We can, yeah.
But yeah, we certainly can.
Even just to
Yeah.
let the media know that, hey, it's starting, so that they get the word out.
Yeah, a lot of people are
A lot of
anxious
people
to
are
see it
asking those
begin.
questions.
Yes, I know.
Get the shovels and the hard hats out. The photo. So pull that double shovel out of the basement.
It's on the wall now. Yeah, we didn't take it off the wall.
Yeah, double shovel, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Barsha. Okay, Commissioners' comments. Does anybody have any comments?
Yes.
Yes, Commissioner.
I have a statement in support of the Bay City Fireworks Festival. I'm proud to express my full support for the Bay City Fireworks Festival and to recognize the outstanding community service the Bay City Fireworks Committee has provided our region for so many years. As our nation marks its 250th anniversary, this year's festival will deliver the largest fireworks display in its history. Beloved traditions return, including launches from the east side of the river and the iconic fountain tunnel effect, making this a celebration worthy of the occasion. I'm especially moved that the Wolverine fireworks staff are personally funding the cost of this year's enhanced show as a tribute to their colleagues who passed away this year. That kind of dedication and sacrifice is a powerful reminder of what community truly means. I'm looking forward to joining Bay City along the waterfront and the riverfront this 4th of July for what promises to be the biggest and best show we have ever seen. And I think, as Earl said, the best darn show, something like that.
That's right.
Respectfully, Bon Bigot. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, moving on. Unfinished business. There isn't any new business. Doesn't look like it. This is the time for public input. Is there anyone wishing to address the commission for the second time? Please come forward. Going once, going twice. Public input is closed. Any miscellaneous? There isn't any. Announcements? We already did the March. We're going to be doing April. We have a Bay County Veterans Affairs Committee, a 6th committee, a position for a partial one-year term expiring December 31st. So, Amber, is there a need for a closed session?
There's not, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Move to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.